Hey there folks, Foggy here, and it's been a long time since I've posted a video, so this is me trying to post a video on something other than board games. And in fact, I'm going to do a Sudoku. This is from the website Logic Masters, and basically people post a lot of Sudoku up here over the course of a day with a lot of variety to them. And it uses an app called Sudoku Pad, I believe designed by a gentleman by the name of Simon. And if you've ever watched a Cracking the Cryptic video, you know that this is very similar to what they use when solving Sudoku. So this is a puzzle called PULASAN, posted by Zhang Zhang. I apologize if I pronounced that wrong. And it is listed as 1 star. It's been solved 83 times in 6 hours, which is a lot. And I figured I'd start with an easy one, or at least relatively easy one. There are a lot of rules on this one. We've got 1 through 8 rules. 1 is just simply standard Sudoku, so that means numbers 1 through 9 in each of the rows, columns, and 3x3 boxes. Arrows numbered in the arrowhead circle are equal to the sum of the numbers of the arrowhead line. Circles are odd, squares are even, thermometers work like thermometers normally do, maximums. We've got positive diagonals and killer cages. So a lot of straightforward things. So for example, like this diagonal here will be the numbers 1 through 9. This diagonal, we do not have that same restriction. We got the arrowheads here, and typically numbers on arrows can repeat if allowed for other reasons. That's not going to be the case here because, as you can see, we've got arrows in, all of the arrows are going to be within their same cage. In addition, the maximum, that's this 1 square here, that's the one that applies there. And that is going to basically be, this number has to be greater than this, this, and this. We got 2 15s here for killer cages, and I think that's pretty much it. The rest of these are going to be odds. So we got a lot of odds scattered around here, and that's going to help us out. And so I think a good place to start is this line right here. We see that we've got a good portion of the, I think this is an entire thermometer. So this is going to be a pretty quick start, I think. So let's go ahead and go here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And one of the other things that should be noted is that the 1, 5, and 9 will also be in here. So this is going to be a 5, 9. This is going to be a 1, 9. And then this is going to be a 1, 5. In addition, this square has to be greater than 6, but less, it can't be 9, so it's going to be 7 or 8. This is going to be odd, but we've got a fair number of restrictions on that. Actually, no, I take that back. It sees 1, 3, 5, and 9, so this is going to be 7. This is going to be some 2 numbers that add up to, oh, and that eliminates the 7 here, so this will be 8. This will add up to 7. This will add up to 8. If we're looking at the numbers left, we've got 2, 3, 4, and 6. So this is going to be 2, 6. This is going to be 3, 4. And automatically we can put in the 6 and the 2. And we've got most of this column done and most of this side of the puzzle done. This is going to be a 5, 9 pair with this one right here. And so that's going to leave 4, 8 for these 2. This one is still open-ended. It could be any of the odd numbers except for 5. And this is kind of open as well. All right, so where do we go from here? Well, this sees 8 and 9, so this is going to be 6 or 7, but it also sees 6, so this will be 7. This will be 1, 4, and 2. We already know that there's a 1 here because this can't be 1. These will be 2 and 4 in some order. That eliminates the 4 from here and makes that 8 and 4. The last 4 will have to go in here somewhere, but we don't have anything to restrict that down. Up here, so the smallest this can be is 8 because the only numbers we have left are 3 and 5. In fact, this is going to be either 8 or 9, and it's going to be specifically 3, 5, or 6. Let's go ahead and put those numbers in. I don't think we can tell which is which yet. I don't think we have enough to really limit that, but we do know that 3 is in here. We do know, let's see what else. It's a lot that we've already gone over, and we haven't even gotten this side of the puzzle yet. So let's see, where do we want to go next? We do know that this is going to be 3 or 5 because it sees the 1, sees the 7, and sees the 9. This sees the 3 and the 7, so this will be 1, 5, 9. And then once we get down here, we don't really have anything seeing the ones, the odds yet, so that's not really going to help us too much. We do know, let's see, each of these are going to be sums of two numbers, which is not overly restrictive. The one thing that we can tell about this is that it sees the 1 up here, so this has to be at least 5, but can't be 6, 7, or 8, so it's either 5 or 9. This sees the 6 and the 8, but this could be as low as 3, because we do have that wide open. If this is 5, this is going to be 2, 3, and specifically 2 and 3 in that order. And 3 we're not running into a problem with on the diagonal yet. 9, on the other hand, kind of wide open. That could be 2, 7, that could be 3, 6, that could be 4, 5. Can't be 8, 1 because of the 1 right here. So this is not overly restrictive yet. We do know that this can't be 2 or 7, so that eliminates 2, 7 from the pairing. That leaves just 3, 6, and 4, 5. 3, 6 could go in either order. And then 5, 4 can only go in this order because of the 4 and the 5 that are over on this side. All right, let's see. Can we do anything with this? I think this is pretty open. This is 1, 3, 7, or 9, so really not that restrictive at all. Let's see, can we do anything with this? We know, what do we know? This one as well. So this is going to be odd here. This is odd, and this is odd. That really helps a whole lot. We've already eliminated a 7, and then this is going to be odd as well. These are going to be 2 more odd numbers. So there's only 1 more odd number in this column anywhere. I don't know if that's necessarily going to help. What do we have here? We've got an odd... Okay, so in terms of odds and evens, right? When you're adding an odd plus an even, you get an odd number. And if you add an odd plus an odd, you get an even number. So of the remaining numbers, of this square here, R7C7 and R9C8, one of these has to be odd. It's either an odd number that equals an odd and an even, or 2 odds that add up to an even. These, since that accounts for all the evens, so are all for the odds, this has to be even, even, even. So 2, 4 are the lowest, so this is going to be 6 or 8. If it's 8, then it's going to be 2, 6. And if it's 6, it's going to be 2, 4. So either way, there's a 2 going here on this, in this area. That means this has to be 4 or 6 or 8 plus an even. Actually, it could be here or here, so we can't really narrow that down yet either. All right. So, was cruising right along. Now I feel like I'm running into some roadblocks here and there, which is not uncommon. There's a reason why I'm starting with the easy one. One of the 1 stars listed. It's because I know that my Sudoku chops are not what they used to be. So, let's see, and how we're doing on time. I do have a timer. Yeah, 6 minutes, 55 seconds, so that's not great. There's got to be a 1 here, specifically one of these 2 squares. And there's a quick way that I always look at it, and I'm pretty sure this is like a standardized trick, but these 6 numbers here have to be these 6 numbers. So, and that's actually going to lead to the next break-in. So if these 6 numbers and these 6 numbers are the same, and you know that there's a 2 and a 4 in there, then the 2 and the 4 have to appear in these 6. Another way to look at it is the 2 can't appear in here, so where does it appear on this row? It's got to appear here. Where does the 1 appear? It's got to appear here. Because there is a 1 there, so there's got to be a 1 down here. There's probably a much easier way to think about it, but that does mean that this is 2 down here. Let's see. We know that there's going to be a 2 in here then, and it's going to be this one, which means we can take out the 2 there, which means this can't be 5. This has to be 9. And it's going to be one of these sums here. Let's see. This can't be 9. This could still be like a number of different things. It could be 1, 3, 5, and 7. Can't be 9, but that's pretty much it. Let's see. Where does 9 go in this column? It's either going to go here or here. It's not going to go here unless... No, it could go there. No, it can't because of the row. So it can't go here because of the row. It can't go here because it can't be part of a sum. That leaves here and here. But here, we've already eliminated a 9, so it's going to go here. That's going to be the 9 there. There's going to be a 9 in this column, and this is the only square left where it can go. That resolves the 5 and the 9 over here. And that resolves the 1, 5 down here, and then the 1, 9 there. Then there's got to be a 9 here or here. There's one more 9 in this column. Could be any of these three. And then there's one more 9 up here, but it could be any of these three as well. So, yay. All right. We know that this is no longer a 5 because of the 5 that's in the row. So this is 3. And we get a little, so for some, I've never understood this. Maybe you can leave a comment that explains it, but I've never understood the little confetti that goes off. I've never understood that. I'm assuming it's some sort of in joke or something like that. What do we have left here? We've got 7 and 6. So we can complete this row with 7 and 6. We know this is going to be 5, 6. We know 6 has got to be over here somewhere. So this is going to be 3, 6, and then this is 9. And then we've got 5, 8 to resolve that. We've still got a few more numbers here. If we look at what we've got, we're going to have 4, 5, 8. Can't be 8 here. This can't be 3. That means this can't be 6. Let's see. And where else can we put some stuff in? We know that this is pretty much set. We know that this is 2, 5, 6. Can't be 2 here. So that's going to be 5, 6. That's a 5, 6 pair along the diagonal, making that 4. We can take away the 4s there. And where else can we go? We still have all these diagonals here, and all these odds here, and that's a lot of odds. We know that 7 can't go here or here. So let's start to actually break this down. This can't be 1 or 7 or 9. This is 3 or 5. This can't be 7 or 9. This is 1, 3, 5. This is not 1 or 9, but it can be 3, 5, 7. Now 7 would have to be added to 8 and 1 to make that work, which is fine. I think that would actually, does that conflict with anything? That does not conflict with anything. So let's go ahead and put that in here. I'm always a little hesitant to put in like early things like that just because they can get really messed up. Let's see, for 5, we know 6 has to be part of this. We can't have a 6 anywhere else. So for 5, it can't be 7 over here because that would make it a 2. That would mean 8 and then 3. So that would be 1 and 3. If this is 3, let's see, what do we have that could work? We could have 4 and 1. That would work, except for the 4 that's at the top there. In fact, no, we haven't ruled that out yet. In fact, we're about to, but we haven't ruled it out yet. Or we're about to account for that, and it won't rule it out. Sorry. Let's see. Where was I? So this could be 4, 3, 1. Could be 5, 3, 2, but it can't because of the 2. Could be 6, 3, but there's a 6 over here. 7, 3 works because that could be a 4. 8, 3, and then that would be a 5, and then that accounts for that square completely. So does that work? That works. I think all of those are the possibilities for that square, all narrowed out, all figured out. We know that this is not 3 or 9, so we know this is 1, 5, or 7, which is kind of, again, kind of big. I don't like putting more than 3 numbers in a square as candidates. Like if you've got that many numbers, you haven't narrowed anything down. Stop acting like you have. We do know, actually, in terms of narrowing things down, we do know that this is going to be 1 and 2 in some order. And more specifically, it's going to be 1 and then 2. Which allows us to take care of that. That's going to be 4, 2. Let's see, what else do we have? We know that 4 can't go in this column. If 4 goes here, this is going to be 6, and that's fine. That is completely fine. What else could this be? So can it be 3, 1? Yes. Can it be 4, 2? No, of course not. 5, 2, 3 works. Yeah, I feel like there's too many candidates for that for me to really rule anything out. This is 3, 7. 3, 7, and then this is 1, 3, 7. Not 6. Ignore that. What else do we have for candidates? We know that there's the 6s down here. I feel like I'm running on steam at this point. We know there's a 1 there. There's a 2 over here, but it's in one of these two. think I'm accounted for everything. So the 8 is definitely, so let's go through the rules here. The arrows are pretty much the only thing I have left that needs to be resolved. Specifically, this arrow here would probably help a lot. And then I may as well go through the possibilities. So it can't be 9, can't be 8 because that would put a 6 up here. It could be 7 and 5 up there. 6 and then, nope, can't be 6. 5 and then 3. 4 and 2 are out, and then 3 and 1. So ironically, that is a 1, 3, 5, 1, or not ironically, that is an odd number, but it is more importantly 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 3, 5. That means that that is a 4. That means that that is a 3, that's a 7, that's a 6, that's a 5, that's a 1, that's an 8. Yeah, everything's going to start falling apart now. 4, 3, this is not 6 or 5. This is a 3, this is 8, 5, sorry, wrong number there. 5, that is 1 or 7, we don't know which yet. Take away the 3 there. And then this is 9, so we still have 5, 6, 3, 4 as a possibility. And I think that is all of the clues except for just regular Sudoku, as vulgar as that sounds. So that's 6 or 8, 1, 7, or 4. But that can't be 4, so that's a 1, 7 pair. That's not a 1. That's a 1, 7 pair as well, so this is a 4. That means that's a 3, that's a 6, that's a 7, 1, 3, that's a 5, 2, and 6. This is 8, 6, and 7, resolving that, and then this is a 1 over here. You can get rid of these. That's going to be 9 and 5, it looks like. That is an 8. That's the only thing left that goes there. We got 4 and 7, but we know that is a 7. All right, and then that's going to be a 5, which eliminates the possibility, disambiguates that. Let's see, 1, 1, 1, that's going to go here. 2, 2, 2 is going to go here. 3 we don't have because of the ambiguity up there. 4, 4 here. 5, 5, 5. We're going to skip 6 for a moment. 7, 7, looks like it's going to go here. 8, 8 is going to go here. And then 9 is going to go here. That leaves 3 and 6 to go here and here. And that is going to be 6 and 3. And we've solved the puzzle in 16 minutes and 35 seconds. Thank you, Zhang Yang, for a great puzzle. That was a nice... it was good to get the chops dusted off on that one. But thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.